Hello, everybody. We have another magical score, Mr. Vaibhav Gupta. Mr. Vaibhav scored 8.5 in listening, 7.5 in reading, 7 and 7 both in writing and speaking, with an overall impressive score of 7.5. This score is mandatory for the people applying for immigration to Canada. And Mr. Vaibhav cleared it in the first go. Congratulations, Vaibhav. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, my name is Vaibhav Gupta and I'm from Delhi. I'm a mechanical engineer and I work for an automotive company for the last 10 years. I've recently moved on and switched to some other organization. It's a different industry. And I thought of initially taking IELTS in 2019, but somehow I was quite busy and could not find much time. But in 2020, I firmly decided and I took one tough decision. I left my old job, and before joining other organization, I had a time frame of 2 months in between. So I thought of utilizing it to the best of my abilities. I joined Webbers in December 2020 and started my preparation. And in January 2021 on 16th, I took my exam, and within this 1.5 months I devoted a lot of time and do whatever I could to get this perfect score.
Vaibhav, you have been 100% focused on your examination. Because the way I have watched you join from the first day till the last day, till your examination, you were hardcore focused on this particular exam. So you must have done your own research work as well. So what
Yes.
would you like to give for all the different modules? Let us start with listening first.
To start with listening, I think first and foremost, one of the most important thing in listening section is a complete focus is required. If we lose focus in between, then we'll end up losing marks in 3 to 4 questions. It's not about one single question. And apart from this, I think listening requires a lot of practice. I usually used to practice at least 2 listenings every day, and I made sure I continue doing it till the very last moment before my exam. And I think it really helped me because there are a lot of different types of questions as well, which one needs to practice. Initially, I had a lot of problems with maps, but with a lot of practice, I think I was quite comfortable with maps.
Let's talk about reading now.
Reading, I would say it's more of managing time more effectively, because generally this section is quite lengthier. If we devote too much time in section 1 and 2, we won't be left with much time in section 3. And I think since the last section is quite lengthier one, it needs some extra bit of time. Moreover, I faced a lot of problems in questions like true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given. That was my weak area in reading specifically. So I had worked a lot on that so that I do not lose marks, in particularly in these questions. There was not much of a scope left because I had a target of scoring 8,777. So anyhow, I had to get bare minimum 34 correct in reading to score to get a band of 7. So I think I worked on my weak areas, like different sort of questions where I was lacking behind. And with practice, I was able to manage time effectively.
Vaibhav, if we talk about writing, you were always very confused about your handwriting.
Yes.
So how did you overcome handwriting issues and how did you prepare for the writing section?
Specifically for handwriting only, I thought of a couple of times in between that I should opt for computer-based exam. But then I was not at all comfortable in reading section while taking exam on computer. So I decided that I'll have to work a little bit on my handwriting since I was taking paper-based exam. And for that, even I started off, writing quite on a slower speed. Initially, when I started during my exam, when I was practicing, I took around 50, 55 minutes also, or even 1 hour also to complete or write one essay. And then with a lot of practice, I cut down that time and made sure that I get within the permissible limit of 40 minutes, along with planning and writing also.
Great.
So that's where I started off and ended.
What about speaking?
Speaking, I think it's all about confidence, I would say. How one can express their ideas and their opinion in front of others without any hesitation. I was very nervous, or I would say I was very conscious about myself and speaking over, uh, like in front of people, a lot of people. I was really bothered about. But I think Weber's really helped me a lot in this. I used to practice 3 speakings every day, which on the online speaking, and I think it really helped me. Moreover, I made sure that I attend all the master classes, and whenever I had an opportunity, so I used to do some extra speakings also after my master classes. So I think with that, it really helped me, and I feel that I am much more confident speaking now as compared to if I talk about like couple of months ago.
Vaibhav, if you start talking about your communication skills, when you joined, they were not as sharpened up as they are now. You had good communication, but right now I would say you are excellent in communication. So, what changes did you make in yourself for the last 2 months, which brought you to this level?
I think the major change which I see in myself is I believe more in my abilities now. I'm more confident now. I'm not so reluctant in sharing my ideas, sharing my opinions. I do not bother what other people or think of my opinion or my views. And I think if one can do this thing freely and openly, it would really help them to boost their confidence and overcome that fear of speaking publicly and be more expressive, just be themselves and share whatever they think of like any situation or they're talking about.
So, do you feel that watching movies or watching TED channels will really help?
If I talk about myself, I think TED Talks have really helped me a lot. I used to watch like good informative videos, like how they used to speak, what they do, and I think it really helped me gain a lot of insights, like how a good professional speaker talks about, to a number of people, and specifically by watching TED Talks, I think it also helped me a lot in my writing also. For example, if I'm listening to a conversation on environment, so it really helped me, have some ideas also, like what things are going around the world, what different types of organizations are doing these days, or what governments are doing these days, or maybe what their future plans are. And these things really helped me in improving my writing sections also, because I was not short of ideas, because writing is also a time taking activity. So if we take too much time in planning and thinking that what I need to elaborate or what I need to write upon, then I won't be left with too much time in writing. So I think TED Talks really helped me, like watching good videos.
Vaibhav, it is very well said that your IELTS preparation changes your perspective towards everything. What I mean to say is the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, it changes you. Has
Yes,
IELTS changed you?
it certainly has, because I think what I feel about myself today, it was not something like couple of months ago. I was short of confidence. Uh, I was not so expressive in sharing my ideas. I was hesitating, like talking in front of people or a group of people, like 4 or 5 people. But today, I think I'm much more confident about myself. I'm much more open, and I think I can talk to anyone or any group of people on whatever be a situation.
Great. Vaibhav, there's another thought that anxiety kills the paper. Did you face exam anxiety?
Yes, I would say I had. Just a couple of nights before my exam, I was little bit worried at how things would go because I had a lot of things on stake. I left my job, and then I was preparing, sitting at my home. It was not at all easy decision for me. Um, yeah, specifically in speaking, because my speaking exam was a day before my main exam. It was on 15th, and since I was taking my exam for the first time, so specifically for the first time exam takers, I think it is quite natural to get a little bit anxious or nervous. And it happened with me also, like in my speaking exam, for initial couple of minutes, I got a bit of nervous. And I think it slightly impacted my scores in speaking. But then, yeah, I managed to get a band score of sevens. I think my advice on this would be like, do best, give it your best shot, like whatever we prepare, do all the hard work. And on your exam day, just don't think of the results or whatever it will happen. Just be calm, be relaxed, and try to give your best on that particular day, because that is what your performance matters the most, irrespective of what you have been doing, like in all the past couple of days or couple of months.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav. It was absolutely a pleasure talking to you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you, sir.